Hi, and welcome to Skip Kicks Part 2. So, before we get to the skip kick part, we're going to work on our rhythm. Because every fight is rhythm, and you want to have your own rhythm. So we're going to start with some footwork. It's together apart. So we're going to start in fighting stance. And we're going to bring our feet together, and then we bring them apart. Then together, apart, together, apart, together, apart. And once we're together, we can move our front foot and step forward. We bring them back together, and then we go apart, together, apart, together, apart, and together. And once we're together again, we can step back and bring them together, and then apart, together, and then step together, apart, together, step, apart, together, step, apart, together, step, apart, together, step. Now, you can do that in both leads. So if we get in a right lead, we can bring our feet together, and we go apart, together, step, apart, together, step, apart, together, step. Now, you can smooth that out, and it'll look a little more like this. And you don't have to do it exactly on whenever we're saying it. Eventually, you want to be able to do it whenever you need. Move at any time. Just like that. So, next, we'll add a skip to it in our movement. So, we'll be in that same fighting stance. We'll go together, apart, together, and then we'll skip forward. And then we'll do together, apart, together, back. Then apart, together, and skip. And then apart, together, and back. So we can do that on the right lead too. And it's your front leg that's skipping forward, like a kick. So we go together, apart, together, then skip, then together, apart, together, and then back. Then apart, together, skip, then apart, together, back. Okay. So, next, we will add a piece of a combination to it. So we're going to be in our fighting stance. We're going to do that together, apart, together, then we skip like we're throwing a kick, then we do a back fist and a punch, and then we go together, apart, together, back. Good, so let's do that. I'll try and smooth it out a little bit. So, together, apart, let's redo that. So it's together, apart, together, skip, back fist, punch. Then together, apart, together, back. Together, apart, together, skip, back fist, punch. Together, apart, together, back. Good. And again, you can practice that in both leads. So we go together, apart, together, skip, back fist, punch. Then we go together, apart, together, back. Together, apart, together, skip, back fist, punch. Together, apart, together, back. Good. So, now we'll do some stretching before we do the kicks. So, you're gonna have your feet even. You're gonna reach straight up and forward and down. Relax those legs. Let them get a real nice stretch before we do front kick. And we'll slowly come back up. Good. So now, we'll be in that fighting stance. We'll do that same thing, but with a front kick. So we go together, apart, together, skip, front kick, back fist, punch. Then we go together, apart, together, back. Together, apart, together, apart, together. Skip front kick, back fist punch. Together, apart, together, back. So now we'll go to our right lead. Fighting stance, we'll go together, apart, together, and skip, back fist punch. Together, apart, together, back. Now, we'll go back to our left lead. I'll call out one, we'll do the whole thing, forward and back. So we're in left lead, and 1. And you can find your own rhythm during this on when you need to move. 2. 3. Good. Now we'll do the right lead. 1. 2. 3. 'Nice. So now we're going to do stretch for a side kick before we do that. So we're going to do full splits. You're going to spread your legs out wide, hands on the floor, straight legs, toes pointed straight ahead, hands between your legs, and just hold it, hold it. And then we'll slowly work our way back up. Helps if you heel toe your way back up. All right. And now we'll do that same thing with a side kick. So we'll be in our fighting stance. And this time I'm only going to count. And then you can do the together, apart, forward and back. So 1. 2. 3. 4. Then we switch to the other side. And 1. 2. 3. Good. Now we're going to stretch for a round kick. So we're doing knee splits for that. Get down, knees wide. Start with your hips in line with your knees. Then we go forward nice and slow. You want to get your hips and belt all the way down onto the floor if you can. And then we go back nice and easy. Pushing your booty toward your heels. And forward. And back. Very nice. Now we go up. And we're going to do round kick. So it's just like we do a side kick. So we go 1, 2, 3, 3. Then we switch leads. 1. 2. 3. Excellent. Now, once you're starting to feel comfortable with this, you can start adding your own rhythm to it, and that helps by playing some music and doing some shadow boxing with it and practicing with music on and changing rhythms to how you feel like it's playing. Thank you.